We come away glamping for a couple of nights at Tractors and Cream in Somerset, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to share some of my top glamping essentials. If you follow the channel, you'll know that we're the band Family Adventures and do quite hardcore stuff like wild camping and bivvying with newborns and toddlers in tow. It really doesn't bother us, but we also love to go glamping and to get outdoors with a little bit of luxury and comfort thrown in once in a while. And when we go glamping, we really don't mind where we go, whether we're in a teepee, a shepherd's hut, a bell tent, a dome. Part of the fun is just trying different places. But over the years, we perfected what the best things are to take and what kit is best left at home. So to kick off, my first bit of essential glamping kit are shoes that work for both indoors and outdoors. So I really love these Scandi inspired welly boots. The bottom here, the sole slips off and on, which means that it works for both indoors and outdoors. And that's perfect because it means when you cozy down inside in an evening, you've got something to keep your feet warm, but then you've also got something that's really comfortable to slip on when you wander around the glamping site. This is especially handy if you're going to the toilet at night and the toilet is separate from where you're sleeping, and also first thing in the morning, where even on a sunny day you're likely to have condensation on your site. There are lots of different styles that work for this purpose, such as Crocs, or I really like the North Face camping slippers. If you like the look of these, I'll drop a link in the description, and I'll do that for all the items that I mention in this video. Next up is an Anker PwerBank. We take these on every single glamping trip, even if there's electricity. Quite often the glamping sites run off grid or on solar panels, so even if you can charge items, it tends to be slow, or you can sometimes be restricted by how much space there is for things charging at the same time. So fully charge this before you head out, throw one in your pack. I guarantee you'll find it a useful bit of kit. When it comes to toiletries, we like to keep things really simple with a all-in-one soap bar. So this is your shampoo, conditioner and body wash in a handy soap, and I'll store that in a tin or a mesh pouch if I'm expecting sunny weather and it can dry out easily. I always like to try and be as eco as possible, so I look for a brand that uses natural products and won't be an issue if the water that's used is being recycled. Although it's nice to go away glamping and to get a little bit of peace and quiet, occasionally we like to play music. Quite often we'll use this late morning if the kids are having a bit of a dip because they haven't slept that well at night and they need a little bit of an energy shift. So we always take our JBL Portable Speaker. This is a really fantastic little gadget. It's really easy to use and really quite durable. Of course, you should be conscious of other people around you, and if you've got other glampers nearby, maybe leave this one at home. Even if a glamping site says it's well lit, I never go anywhere without my handy head torch. This is really great if you're sharing a space, and in the evenings I might want to read a book while my partner goes to bed or the kids are asleep, or I need to find something in the night. It's also really handy, again, if your toilet is separate from your sleeping space, or if you just fancy going for a night walk, which I always recommend when you're out camping or glamping, because it's a great opportunity to see the stars and to see wildlife such as owls and bats. One of the things I like about this particular head torch is that you can adjust the brightness so that you can have it a bit dimmer if you're inside and you just need a reading light, but it also has a red function, which is perfect when you're doing a hike and you don't want to disturb any wildlife. This pouch at the front contains a changing robe, and this is absolutely fantastic to have when glamping. Even on the hottest day like today, it's about 23 degrees. When I woke up in the morning I was absolutely freezing, and it was really fantastic just to be able to throw one of these on. It's really toasty warm. The same goes in the evening when you're around the fire and you'll often find that the temperature suddenly drop. I also use the changing robe loads if the shower block is in a separate place, and if it's shared I'll quite often just throw it on and I'll be naked underneath and just go shower, and then I can get back to my glamping site without needing to change in a tiny cubicle. And of course it's great to take to the beach, so you can change into your swimming costume underneath and then change back into your other clothes. So a really fantastic all-round bit of kit. Next on my essential list for glamping is this little gadget here. So this is a little spice container made by Light My Fire. It's a really small but handy bit of kit. It's got 3 compartments, one where you put salt, one where you put pepper, and one where you can put another spice. I've got paprika in there because that's the spice I use most when I'm cooking. It means you can season any meal that you make while you're glamping without having to pack annoying items such as big salt and pepper shakers. It's also in a great little container that seals all the spices so they're not going to leak in your pack. Next on my list is this Night Owl outdoor blanket. I can't tell you how many times we've used this. It's been absolutely brilliant. So on one side it's waterproof and on the other side it's fleece, and its main intention is to be used as a blanket, and we use it lots around the camping fire. This is our outdoor rugged blanket, so we don't mind if it smells of campfire or it gets a little bit dirty. That's part of the point. So we use it lots when we're sitting around in the evening and it gets cold, but it's also really handy just to have to grab while you're in your glamping place, whether that's a bell tent or a shepherd's hut, wherever you are. It can get chilly at night, and the easiest thing is just to have a blanket that you can throw on over your duvet or your sleeping bag or whatever bedding you have. We've also used this as a picnic blanket because it's got that waterproof side. It's really fantastic for just throwing on the ground, and you can sit on top of it and have your picnic wherever you are. So just a really versatile blanket, really hard wearing. We've had this for a long time and I can really recommend it. Of course, one of the best things about going away glamping is switching off, getting away from your screens and just having some quiet time with people that you love. One of the things I love doing most when I go glamping is playing games. It's something we rarely find time for at home. So when I'm packing, I always throw in some handy little games. Here I've got Bananagrams and Exploding Kittens. These are two favourite games of ours. A couple of outdoor games such as Frisbee or Catch. And I can really recommend getting a copy of this book, Camping Games for Adults. There's also a Camping Games for Kids and Families version. Again, there'll be a link to that below, and in that it's got literally hundreds of ideas for games you can play either in your glamping tent or outdoors. Some are sitting, some are running around, and there's also loads of really great conversation starters which are good for around a campfire, such as riddles or would you rathers. And the final thing on my list, which has been an absolute game changer when it comes to glamping, are these really handy, useful packing boxes. So we got these from our local hardware store, and they are really quite thick and tough, so they're not going to break easily, and they're also stackable. Another great thing about these is that they're see-through, so you can really easily see what's inside. We found that this is the best way to pack things like your food for the weekend and your clothes and miscellaneous bits that you might have knocking about. You can throw them into these handy boxes. It keeps it really organized. These boxes really help prevent your space from getting messy, which can really easily happen. They prevent things from getting damaged and are waterproof, so everything will be protected when it's inside. And the best part is then when you take it home and you unpack, we actually store all our glamping and camping items in these boxes so they're protected at home. I really can't tell you how excited I get when it comes to packing for our glamping kit and I get to get these boxes out. So there you have my recommendations for some of the top essential glamping items. I'm going to drop some links below to some glamping sites that we've been to that we love, in case you're looking for a little bit of inspiration. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this one.